What up, boys? Diamond Flavor here. I just got back from watching Oppenheimer, and I just wanted to record a video to kind of unload my emotional distress. Well, not really distress, but just I needed to talk about it. Um, I'm not a movie critic by any means. This is just me expressing how I feel right after seeing it. I just feel like I need to talk about it, so here we are. Um, But man, what a movie! It it's a 3 hour movie, and I felt like it went by just like that basically. I It never let up. The pacing was insane, and I mean, I might suddenly speak about spoilers, so let me just put it on here. Um, in case, yeah, but it's I haven't felt this way about a movie in a while. Not to say that the movies that have come out are like terrible or anything. It's just Christopher Christopher Nolan doing Christopher Nolan things. Uh, just another level of cinema, and I just find it so. If I could describe it, the simplest way I could describe it, it's just tragically beautiful. Um, Beautiful also in terms of the actual like film itself, like how the film looks and how it was made, but just the story of Robert J. Oppenheimer. Is that it? J. Robert Oppenheimer. I forgot the order, but yeah, sorry. I'm just literally I just came back from IMAX seeing it, um, and I just wanted to capture this like raw, emotional recording. Um, but yeah, I it's amazing to me how basically being smart and accomplishing great things doesn't mean anything when you're surrounded by a lot of stupid people or people with their own agendas. And it reminds me, actually, at least the feeling I got from seeing the movie, it reminds me of the Imitation Game, um from 2014, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, when he played Alan Turing, and it was about him decoding, or how he decoded the Enigma machine, I think. My memory's a bit fuzzy on like the actual details of the movie. I just remember how I felt about it. But I will actually, after I'm done recording this video, I will straight up watch the Imitation Game tonight again, just to like compare the feeling. But yeah, it was just such a beautiful film. Um, the way that they hold your attention, and they keep the tension basically for 3 hours. Like that's it. That's insane. It felt like it went by in a, not necessarily a flash, but it definitely didn't feel like a 3 hour movie by the end of it. So that was crazy to me. And I mean, we can talk about the cast. Obviously, the cast was amazing. Some interesting actors there, like freaking Josh Beck was there from Drake and Josh. Josh Beck, yeah, the name. Um, the guy from The Boys. I the boyfriend of Starlight. I forget his name in the game, and in the game, in the series, and in real life. But some interesting characters. I mean, obviously you have Killian Murphy. Like he should win an award for this. Like I maybe a lot of people are saying it. Maybe he's overrated. I don't know. I don't know if people are saying that, if they are, but I don't care. Like he should win an award for his portrayal of Oppenheimer here. It was just like the way he showed how he felt about his dream, like his ambition, the excitement of it, and then switching from that to like knowing the dread of what he had just accomplished, like what it actually means, in the real world. Because he kept talking about like it's or his he was more on the theoretical side, right? Not practical yet. So to see like the actual consequences of his achievement, which I thought also was a beautiful line by the end of the movie with Albert Einstein, when they revealed what they were talking about. They weren't talking about that stupid, you know, um, Robert Downey Jr.'s character, Strauss. Although he played that character wonderfully, though, and it just it really I really resonate. And I'm saying this not I'm not claiming at all to be at the same level of like accomplishment or genius that Oppenheimer was and had, but it's just more of that creator in me. Like I do art, I play the guitar, right? And I'm now I'm doing like YouTube videos. Um Again, not to equate any of that to fucking making the atomic bomb, but just his pursuit, of his he had that singular vision, that singular goal, and he had such a tunnel vision for it. And he just had such a pure love for his craft, I guess, if I could say that. And just to see it misinterpreted and used in all these other ways that he never intended. Or maybe, oh yeah, I'm sure he didn't intend it. But he was just blinded by the craft, the love of the craft. And it just, I relate to it in the sense that when he was trying to explain to people the gravity of what he had just created, the actual consequences of it. And people couldn't understand or didn't want to, or just, whatever. He It's sad, because those people didn't know what it took to accomplish that goal. They didn't understand the true weight of it, in terms of like the physics side and just the humane side of, like, unleashing such a terrible weapon on the world. They just didn't get it. They're consumers. They don't care about the crafter. They don't care about what it took to get there. They don't care about the far-reaching consequences of it. They just care about the result of the here and now. And in a way, I get it, because they were. I mean, I don't get it. I've never been part of a war, and I'm not here to like judge, saying that in any judgmental way. I'm not claiming that at all. I'm just saying the point of view from like a creator versus a consumer. Consumers, and I'm a consumer myself. Oftentimes I don't think about, um in other industries or in other areas. I don't think about how the creator got to what they created. I just consume it. But yeah, it was just, man. I'm definitely gonna watch it again on IMAX again. I'll give time for it to sink in. Actually, makes me want to re-binge, and I will re-binge. I want to go back on like a World War II themed, binge, where I'm gonna start with the Imitation Game tonight, and then I'll go on and rewatch Saving Private Ryan, rewatch Band of Brothers, The Pacific, and just those are just the top of mind. But Dunkirk, um, and then end with Oppenheimer again, rewatch it again in cinemas. But yeah, yeah, again, I'm not a movie critic or anything. I'm just speaking from how I felt. I just feel like I have to share it with random people. Oh, sorry, random people on the internet, basically. But yeah, like you can talk about the cast. The cast was amazing. Matt Damon, as the general guy, the officer was helping assemble Los Alamos. Emily Blunt was amazing as the wife. She was so fierce. She was amazing in the interrogation scene. She wasn't having any of that guy's bullshit. She was just like, "Fuck you." I'm gonna stand up for myself and my husband. And then there's so many like wonderful like lines in the movie too. Yeah, I mentioned the one about Albert Einstein, but there's one about, um what do you call it? I'm kind of blanking right now. I'm just overwhelmed, you know. Um, but yeah, just I guess I'm just remembering that ending one about bearing the consequences of your achievement, because it's so amazing to know or to think about it in this way, that Imagine your life's achievement, your dream, right? You have this dream that you've been chasing for so long, this obsession that you have. You devote such a big part of your life to it, and it's just it's a fucking weapon. It's a bomb, right? And you have to live with that, and just seeing the transformation of like the joy of accomplishing it from a technical perspective, like a scientific perspective, right? It's such a thrill. I can imagine to finally when they blew up the test bomb for the first time. And that was an amazing sequence as well. Like another thing about this movie was the sound. I'm not just talking about the score. The score was amazing, by the way. Um, but just the way they would use silence at certain times, like perfect times, to draw out the tension, the way they would use it to convey what Oppenheimer was feeling in a certain part of the movie, or certain parts of the movie rather, and also like just to convey the raw power and just the terrible nature of like a bomb of that magnitude, right? So yeah, I mean, again, this isn't any kind of critic review or whatever, like technical cinema stuff. Like you can watch other YouTubers for that kind of in depth breakdown. It's just me. I just love film. I love cinema. I love movies, and I just had to share my raw emotions after just seeing the movie because it's been a long time since I felt a movie do this. Not that long though. Like, I mean, Dune made me feel a certain type of way too. But I wasn't doing videos yet. I wasn't doing YouTube yet though. I hope you guys see it. I'm sure you will. I hope you see it more than once to catch. I mean, there was a lot that happened too, so you probably want to catch other stuff. I watched it with some friends who had seen it already, and they said it's even better the second time because like going into it blind is amazing in itself, but there's also like um there's so many things happening, and like visually on the dialogue as well, so just seeing it again is probably going to be one hell of a ride again. And yeah, that's it for me. Like again, it's just an emotion. Sorry to do an emotional dump on you guys. I hope some of you feel the same way and you can maybe relate to what I'm feeling. Just this, you're just washed over by some excitement, by sadness, by awe. I guess that's the best way to summarize it. I'm just in awe of the film, of the movie, and I'm sure you guys will be too. Like, wow, just wow. So that's it for me, boys. I'll see you again sometime.